I don't know how I'm still smiling when things are just getting crazy. Crazy. What's with all these 4-year-olds and the guns? I've seen 3 different articles. One was a boy who accidentally shot himself, 4 years old. One who was accidentally shot in a Publix parking lot, 4 years old. And one who was told by his dad to shoot at the police, 4 years old. But we're not in trouble in this country. We're not being sickened and brainwashed, and mass psychosis is just kicking in everywhere, right? That's not happening. It's all just a theory. I don't know, guys. I don't know when it's going to be enough for people to wake up. If we have fathers telling their 4-year-olds to shoot at police, a 4-year-old, could you imagine a 4-year-old murdering somebody? We have a generation of cold-hearted people who just don't care about life. They don't value life. And children are being raised in these environments. Ever since this bug started, children's lives have been extremely disrupted, and not just because of wearing a mask in school. Home life, suicides have gone up, drug abuse, alcoholism, domestic violence has all gone up. It's not something that we talk about, though. Our mental health as a whole is the most important thing right now, because we need to stay focused and we need to see the truth. It's not happening. People are getting brainwashed, and it's sad to watch. I don't even know anymore, guys. I don't even know anymore. I went back and watched a few videos of cop auditors and First Amendment auditors. I haven't watched them in a while. Cops are still acting the same way. Cops are still doing whatever they want. They can do whatever they want, they say, because they have a badge. They can violate your rights because they have a badge. It's for their safety. Everything's always for safety, huh? People are waking up. They don't like that. They don't like when they pull you over and you know your rights. And this isn't a cop hating video. I don't hate cops. I know many cops, personally. I know some dirtbag people, and I know some good people. There's good and bad in everything. No matter what. Doctors, lawyers, police, firefighters, paramedics, nurses. There are good and bad in everything. But we do need police reform. And we need it now. But what's happening is, instead, we're hating the police. And we're attacking the police. And we're making them the bad guy. But when someone's needs help, who do they call? 911. So you can't knock police as a whole. Okay, because there is good about it, guys. There are some really good cops. Cops that follow the law. The problem is, I don't think these younger cops, these newer cops, know the law. Because most people out here don't know the law. And what do they go through? A 6-month training? And now that we have people hating on the police, they're even more tyrannical. And now they think they have more of an excuse to be like that. Because, in today's day and age, that's all they say, today's day and age, someone with a camera might be a bad person. There's a lot of power tripping cops. And it's proven if you just watch these videos. And yes, they do profile. Of course they do. I've been profiled. I got piercings, tattoos. That's all they got to see. Cynical? Yep. They're taught to be that way. I was going to be a cop. I know I wanted to be a cop. But I was always angry because I was pushed into the medical field by my parents, which I didn't want, but that's what I ended up doing. But now it's like, thank God, because I wouldn't want to be a cop right now. Hell no. There are people out there that are just going to be popping them off just because. And the media, see, the people that we should be mad at and angry at in this country are mainstream corporate media, because they help push with all these agendas and all these wars that are going on among us. And the 1% who, the same bloodlines. You'll never get in that seat, guys, if you're not that bloodline. And Obama was a bloodline. Yes, he's related to them. So those are the people that we should be angry at. Their family, their ancestors, they should be giving the reparations, not people like us, because we are not part of that. We weren't part of that. Their families were the ones that said it was okay to do that, right? They're the ones that forced the segregation, correct? So why are we going after each other out here? When we can all agree that nobody thinks that slavery is okay. And if you do, you're not a nice person. You may be a little evil. Judging somebody based on the color of their skin is ignorance. I'm sorry if you are one of those people, but you're ignorant. I live in a very diverse city. I have a very diverse family. I was not raised like that. But let's go back to the police, shall we? There was a video of an auditor. The cops got real mad at him. Real mad. They get real mad when you know your rights. They don't like it. This cop's probably been a cop about 20, 30 years. He's an older gentleman. And he says, 20 years ago, he'd be dead. 5 years ago, he'd have his ass beat. Yeah. So, police brutality has been going on for a very, very, very long time. Police have overreached and overstepped their boundaries for a very long time. Yet, not one president has pushed for police reform. Right now, they're pushing for hate the police and, get rid of the police. That's not what we need. We need them to stop violating people's rights and saying it's for their safety when they're really just profiling somebody because of the color of their skin, because of the way they look. Yes, there are some cops that are. There's doctors that are. There's nurses that are. Lawyers that are. Again, this is in every aspect of everything. Anybody, any color can be R, not just white people. So please, if you believe that, that's not true. Okay? I've been a victim of R. I'm white. I've been a victim of police brutality. Long time ago, I was kind of stupid. I should have filed a suit, but I was young. I was grateful that they didn't know I had been drinking and was behind the wheel. I wasn't driving. I was sitting parked. This is the story I was going to tell you guys about. With a guy that I was dating, and we were just talking. We both lived at our parents' houses, so we didn't have anywhere to go. So we were just sitting in my car after the bar closed. And here they come, like 6 cruises, all come running out, guns drawn. Get out with your hands up now. Get out now. Get out now. Screaming at us. Now, I didn't know the guy very well, so I'm like, what did you do, bro? Did you kill someone or something? Like, what's... He's like, no. He's like, just, let's go. Just get out the car. So we get out the car. I had been drinking, so I was a little mouthy. I was pissed because they wouldn't tell us what they were doing it for. They wouldn't say anything. They just kept saying, we'll tell you later, we'll tell you later. You got any guns? They're patting us down. They threw me on the ground, cuffed me. He's asking me if I have any guns and knives, and I, being mouthy, said, yeah, I have a gun and a knife. And then he got real mad, and he's like, where is it? Where is it? And I was like, you idiot, I don't have a gun or a knife. Why are you doing this to me? And I'm talking to my friend who's on the other side of the car on the ground. Underneath the car, I can see him. And again, I'm like, what did you do? What is this? And he's like, Carrie, just be quiet, stop fighting, stop arguing. They throw us in the paddy wagon. Still don't tell us why. Ripped my car apart. Car seat and all, flipped everything, left a freaking mess. I'm in the car, in the paddy wagon, trying to talk to John. Again, did you do something? What's going on? Like, this isn't normal. Like, what the I was swearing. I was mad. I got out of my cuffs and everything. I don't know how, but I did. And he's like, put it back on, put it back. And I'm like, no, F these freaking cars. Oh, I was going off. Yeah, I was a little rough when I was younger. But anyway, they finally pull us out of the paddy wagon. And then they tell us, oh, someone called in your plate for an armed robbery. I said, oh, really? For where? He's like, right here at the bar. Really? So you think if I went in there and robbed them at gunpoint, that I'd still be sitting outside the bar? We'd be just sitting here? Or would we be fleeing? It didn't make any sense. Now, I don't know if that guy I was with was being watched, because I found out later that he was into drugs. And I don't know, guys, but what they did was wrong. Very wrong. And, my mother's like, you should sue. And I was like, you know what? It was nighttime. Thank God. It was like 2 or 3 in the morning. Nobody was around. I was well known in the city. I worked in a female gym. I sang in a band. Like, people knew my face. And I didn't. It's embarrassing. And I can understand how people that continuously get harassed by the police like this. Like, that's gotta be. I'm sorry for anybody that goes through that. I really, really, really am. It's ignorant. Very ignorant. But all it takes is one corrupt sheriff, one corrupt sergeant, or whatever. And there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them cops that were like, those kids that were like bullied in school and like, couldn't stand up for themselves, so now they got a gun and a badge. And you know what else pisses me off too? And again, I'm not trying to bash police, so I'm just pointing out things that are wrong. The way they drive, no lights on, doing 100. They'll cut in front of people. I seen it the other day. A state police, 2 female state police cut me off one day and they were laughing at me. Like, this is the mentality of your police today. God forbid we have any of those crazy lunatic people like, what's his name there? The one that supposedly got into the convoy money there. Adam Coots. Yeah, people like that. People that think being tyrannical is okay because they like that power. It's a power trip. Or they're really scared, which then maybe you should pick another job if you're that scared, because when you're scared, that's when mistakes happen and people get hurt. That's why I'm saying they don't get enough training, especially for the world we live in today, guys. It is a crazy world. And I understand, they don't know who you are. You're standing behind them. You're watching them with a camera. But I don't think it has anything to do with that. Because there's usually 4 or 5 cops. So they can watch each other's backs. So that's a bunch of crap. So if you're afraid of people recording you while you're doing your job, there's a problem with that. That means you're not doing your job properly. And you know what gets me is they do this shit with the body cam on. Knowing they're being recorded. And most of the time, people today, yes, you better record the police. I don't care if they tell you you can't. Get your phone out. Get a dash cam. Get something. Because you know what? Then you can just sue them. Don't fight them. Don't run away. Because the more you do that, the more they do think you're doing something wrong. And it gives them excuses to violate you even more or possibly kill you. And it's not even worth it at the end of the day. It's really not. You would win at the end. Sorry, my hair's sticking up. You win at the end of the day by taking them to court. And I know and not everybody can afford that. I understand that. But there's got to be some free legal for that. There has to be. And I know they try to make it hell for you to get all the stuff for your requests and da-da-da. And they can mess with the body cam. All that stuff. I understand that. But the gross, disgusting way I have heard some of these police acting on video when they didn't think they were being recorded 2 times. What's going to happen is they're going to take the police off the streets, guys, and we're going to be militarized. We're going to be monitored 24/7. You mark my words. That's what this 5 you know what is all about. Your little chippy chip. It's coming. Because as soon as everyone jumps on board with digital money, your American dollar bill is going to be garbage. So we're going to have to do it. Who's starting now? China. The ones that want to take over the United States. I bet people don't even know that, huh? I bet people don't know that we're actually afraid of that, but we won't admit it publicly. Gotta find it in some article somewhere, They already have a plan in place. They're already ready to go. One more bug that really wipes us out, we're done. We're done. They could invade us very easily. If they sickened our military, yeah. I do believe there's going to be some kind of attack coming because they said they feel like the next bug is going to be a T attack. Well, yeah, when you're letting in people into the country that don't like us, and you don't know that because you're not vetting anybody, you're just pulling them in van droves, flying them in at night. Of course, we're going to have people doing things. Every day, there's another murder, another this, another 4-year-olds. That's 3 4-year-olds I just told you about. One shot himself accidentally. One shot at the police. And one was shot by somebody accidentally. What is going on? Are they doing this crap so they can come and take our guns? Because, now they're going to pull at your heartstrings because now children are involved. You see how they work? Guys, they've already done step 1, 2, and 3, how to take down a country. We're going on to step 4, 5, and 6, and people are still asleep. I still want to know who started this convoy, too. Because there's something suspicious about it. I'm sorry. They don't really care what this convoy is doing because they did that with their medical tyranny. They don't care we're killing the economy and the workforce and the healthcare system. They don't care. All they care about for some strange reason is getting that venom in people. And like I said, I now know 12 people who've had either life-threatening, died, or became disabled. 12 people that I just know personally. And doctors are not acknowledging it. That Dr. Scott Jensen was all on board with everything that was coming from the mainstream media, coming from Fraud Man. And then all of a sudden he woke up. No, you know what? These doctors are not going to tell you the truth because they don't want to lose their reputation. They don't want to lose their license. And they don't want to lose their income. So yeah, they'll let some people get hurt. Not all of them. Some of them are stepping up. But when they do, like Scott Jensen, they want to take his license now. You can't talk about that. You're spreading misinformation. guys, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? I don't know anymore. All I know is they have a lot of distractions going on right now. Russia, the convoy, and they're not going to stop with these venoms. There's companies out there trying to mandate it right now without acknowledging what the Supreme Court said, only medical. But then Mr. Bumbles comes out and says, oh, no, you can do it. Go ahead. The one that said he would never, ever do this to the American people. They all said it. And then they all turned the switch, didn't they? They were all against it. Then all of a sudden they're all for it. And then all of a sudden they're forcing it on you. It's not weird or anything, huh? Constitution means nothing, guys. We're a corporation. We're not a country. They have corporatized everything. Everything. Air will be next. You'll be paying for your air you breathe. These slime balls. What's Mr. Bumbles doing, guys? What is he doing good? What is he doing good? He was supposed to... He said he had the cure for cancer. Where is it? Where is it, Mr. Bumbles? He said he was gonna squash this plague. What good is he doing? Besides racking up billions and trillions of dollars in debt. Killing the economy. Killing the workforce. Killing people. What's going to happen to all the Christians when this chip comes out? It's already out. People already have it. There's already a cartoon about it. You know, to get you programmed to want it. Your children to want it. They don't need us anymore, guys. They got bots to take over. They have mind control technology for the military. And if that don't work, then they can just bring the United Nations in. No chemtrails today. Wow, surprised. I'm shocked. It's actually normal winter weather too. Go figure, huh? Isn't that weird? Every time they spray, it's like 60 degrees, 70 degrees. The weather's always whacked after they spray. It's never right. I wish people would understand that they're poisoning your mind. They're blocking your ability. They're blocking your spiritual ability. They're blocking your energy. All of it. I came across a video last night of this military guy who said that supposedly the moon is like there's like a, what do you call it up there? You know, there's and then the earth is just a prison for us. And we're meant to try to reach our, what do you call it? I can't even see. I can't even think. We were supposed to figure out how to find your purpose, I guess. How to reach your spirituality, I don't know how to say it, but anyway, that's what he said. And this was a well-known person in the army or military or whatever. I heard another woman say that too, that the moon was that they're watching us. That there's life on the moon. I don't know, guys, but they definitely lie to us about a lot. I'll tell you that much. They lie about a lot, and I know it's hard to wrap your head around, guys. I know. I go through days where I get very sad over this stuff. I have to take a break from it and, you know, just be with my kids and try to be around good energy. That's all you can do right now. Try to be around positive people. Stay away from the negative. You don't need that right now. There's enough going on right now to feed that negative. You don't need to be around people that are negative. Because, you know, we are energy. And, you know, you go in a room with people that are all happy, it changes your mood. You go in a room with people that are all pissed off and grumpy, it changes your mood. It's how we are. It's who we are. Your words are very powerful. I heard somebody else talk about our language. Our language is like, compared to what language is supposed to be, the languages these people speak, the elite there, when they're alone in their little chambers, makes you wonder why they've tweaked our language. So we can't reach that capacity. The venoms that we take, we give our kids like 30-something venoms when they're babies. Isn't that crazy? Imagine that. We agree to that. Like 30-something venoms we give these kids. And what it does to their bodies. Parents got to start looking into that. You got to start looking into that because it's important. And Mr. T was supposed to look into that, and he didn't. Understand these people that are pushing these meds, any kind of meds. Look at Johnson & Johnson. The baby powder. I just seen something else that they were involved in too. Something else they make. I'm like, wow, these people make a lot of stuff. But they are criminals. They've been criminally charged for putting medications out without proper trial or without putting out proper data for trial. And then that's why you see these commercials. Oh, if you've taken X, Y, and Z and you have blah, 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 you have a lawsuit. It shouldn't be that way. That stuff's supposed to be tested for years. Years. They don't. And he wants to make it now. Mr. G wants to make it 6 months for all future venoms. That couldn't turn out to be a catastrophe or anything, right? And who is he to be pushing this stuff? Oh, he's an anthropologist. Yeah, he also comes from a family of eugenics. Always squawking about overpopulated this, overpopulated that. Putin orders nuclear. Like, you see what I'm saying, guys? I'm sorry, but we shouldn't even have this shit. Why do we even have nuclear power? Why would we give somebody the power to destroy us? They got us all twisted up, don't they? Sending our children out to fight their dirty wars. Saying it's for your safety. It's never about that. It's about taking things or taking over things. That's what it's about. If they really cared about Black lives, you know how much money these people have? The Queen? How much money does the Queen have? Is she for Black lives? I'm just curious. What about all those dying babies in Africa? What about those Black lives? Do they matter? Oh, no, let's put it on the television programming for the turnips and let them put some money out of their pockets when we could cure this whole issue in 2 seconds. They don't give a shit. BLM. Sorry if you're following that, but it's a trap. They're Marxist. They're for breaking up the nuclear family. That is our biggest problem in this country. There's no more nuclear family. It's all single parenthood. And you know the statistics on single parenthood? And yes, I am a single parent. I've been for a long time. It's not what I wanted, but it is what it is. Should I be? No. Should I have lived my life the way I lived it? No. But I can't do anything about it now. All I can do is fix my future. Fix my now. And that's what I'm doing, and that's what I've been doing. But guess what? I had to step out of this worldly things, to be able to do it, because it'll just suck you right back in. Even something like watching a TV show could suck you back in. That's how powerful this stuff is, and people have no idea. No idea. You know, your television was made as a weapon to brainwash you. Television programming. When I was a kid, that's all it said. Oh, we'll return to our program. We'll be right back to our program. All the news media outlets parrot the same thing. They didn't let anybody in that convoy unless they were mainstream, lamestream. Why? We all have the right to film. Freedom of speech. We all have the right to journalism. We don't have to work for these fake companies that just push agendas and further divide the country. But we listen to them like they're smarter than us somehow. Oh, the news is on. The news said it, so it's true. It wasn't on the news, so it didn't happen. No. It's just a weapon. Further divide us, guys. That's all they're doing. We're divided in about 50 different ways, and we don't even realize it. And that's how they're going to take us down, and that's how they're going to take us over. And they're going to do something to pull at your heartstrings to get your guns. I don't think they're going to come take them by force. I think they're going to do something to make you say, okay, no more, let's give them up. We don't need these anymore. Killing people is no good, even though they do it. Even though they've killed innocent people, women, children, men, in their wars. And then they let our children come back all jacked up in the head. Don't give them any help. They're done with you now. They've used you for what they needed to use you for. That's it. This is why they were experimenting on people. The MK Ultra. Because these guys see some messed up stuff and do some messed up stuff. I know someone who's no longer here because he couldn't handle it. And it's sad. It's sad watching someone bug out because there's a kid crying. I won't go any further into the story, but you get the idea. We should be on our own soil, protecting our own country, minding our own business. Just go check out the World Economic Forum. Boom. There you go. Boom, boom, boom. That's all you need to see. Look at all the names. Look at who's on there. Go listen to Mr. Schwab talk, because he's the one that's planning your future. Wow, this has already been 33 minutes. I gotta go, guys. I didn't want to make this long, but I'm just frustrated. Frustrated that people can't see what's going on here. And people won't prepare their homes. And people won't prepare themselves. And people won't even try to reach out to your maker, man. He's there. He's there. He's not there if you're not there, but he's there if you're there. You gotta put the time and energy in there. And he'll show you what you need to see. I don't know, guys. Who do you believe anymore? Who do you trust anymore? Certainly not that fraud on TV. Certainly not him. And certainly not Mr. G. And certainly not Mr. Bumbles or Miss Kamala. You know what I think is going to happen? I think Miss Obama is going to be the next one up there running against whoever. And a lot of people liked him. So there you go. We'll still be in the same boat. It's not going to matter. They're not going to give up that boat. They're not going to give up that seat. It's all an act anyway. They're all working together behind the curtain, guys. That's why you never see anybody get arrested. These people that follow that PSYOP there with the letter that I can't say, think people are getting arrested in D.C. right now. Well, that would be wonderful, wouldn't it? But it's not happening. So please stop believing that. That's a PSYOP, guys. Just like I think this convoy is a PSYOP. I don't think the people involved know it's a PSYOP, but I think it is. Something's going to happen, guys. Something's going to happen. And it's going to be soon. I feel for these Ukraine people. I'm praying for them. I'll tell you what, they're not scared. They are not afraid. They are standing right up to these Russian people. It's sick. Anyone that has the capacity to kill other people for no damn reason, because you can't talk like adults, because you can't compromise, because you can't, or you just want to take something over, because you just think you got it like that, that's evil. All of these people, all these 1%ers, they have the capacity to do these things. It's evil. We shouldn't have these weapons. We shouldn't need weapons. But this is where we are. It's because people get greedy. People want more. People get power hungry. Money's the root to all evil. That's why I'm sick of this. I'm sick of living this life. I'm sick of this beast system that we're stuck in, where they own everything. All right, guys, I'm going to go. I don't know. Just say some prayers, because we really need them. We really, really need them. All right, guys, stay blessed. Click the bell. Till next time.